Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
What's going on, Habibis? I'm Siraj Hashmi.
And I'm Jay Kobbe.
And we're the Habibi Bros. Welcome to another episode of Habibi Power Hour. Happy opening season. Wait, is it NFL
Opening
kickoff?
Kickoff?
God. What's the right terminology? I feel like you, Jay, trying to figure out the right words for this.
To use for this. I don't know. It's opening kickoff, right? That's what they say. It's
Happy NFL
game.
kickoff. The
There you
NFL's
go.
back, baby. But now we get to complain about other shit other than what's going on in the world today, which is honestly a very welcome reprieve.
Like your fantasy football league team not doing well, or
Are you talking about
Patrick
mine or
Mahomes
yours?
doing the
Jay.
impossible over and over again.
Jay, get Mahomes' meat out of your mouth.
Look, I hate him as much as the next guy. I think the Chiefs are like overrated garbage, but we are seeing a talent at quarterback that we haven't seen in a while.
Oh, he's obviously a generational talent. Don't get me wrong.
Right.
I doubt we'll ever see another quarterback like Patrick Mahomes, who
Or one that has
makes
a
it look
rapist brother.
That's right. I forgot about that. Oh my god!
He's got two things going for him: a generational talent and a rapist for a brother.
I mean, well, he wasn't accused of rape. He was, I think, accused of sexual assault and groping a woman and unwanted kissing, which I guess when you're so Jackson Mahomes got it twisted by thinking that he was the one who could get away with it. It's his brother who could get away with it.
Right. Well, the story is pretty wild. Have you deep dived into that story at all?
No. What's the scoop?
It's kind of wild because it's like a known restaurant in a small little town, and everyone knows the owner of that restaurant. So the Mahomes would use it from time to time to hold, dinners and have
Parties
friends and
stuff.
family and stuff, and use it for. But after this started happening, they started. Well, I don't want to say they. It has been like reported that there has been harassment that has been happening towards the restaurant in terms of like business going down, them going in and turning off the electricity. Taking out the AC, during big lunch hours and dinners and stuff. So it's kind of like really dodgy on the stuff that's coming out with it. And the restaurant pretty much had to close because of all of this.
Oh, really? That sucks.
Yeah. And it's like blowback on her, like calling him out on this stuff. And when you see the video too, like you can really see. And to be honest, I always thought he was gay. I just thought he was a faggot.
I know. I just thought with all the TikTok dances, you for sure thought he was a Siraj.
100%. Essentially.
Habibis, this is a power hour. So anytime you hear those magic words, essentially, and 100%, you go ahead and take a drink. What are you drinking tonight, Jay?
Well, I've been going through my whole liquor cabinet. I finished my bourbon. I finished my gin, and now I'm on.
Is that Are you sure?
It's cranberry vodka.
I was just gonna say, like, are you on your period?
No, cranberry vodka is a very underrated treat because it does two things. One, it gets you drunk pretty easily, and two, it helps your flow. It helps your bowel. Yeah, your bowel movement and stuff.
It helps your flow. Yeah,
it does. It's not bad whatsoever. What are you drinking, sir?
I'm just drinking water. Just plain old good fashioned. Gotta stay hydrated, Habibi. I don't drink anymore. Yay.
But why is that? Is it like a Muslim thing that you don't drink anymore?
No, I just got tired of getting hangovers. And also my wife has the nose of a bloodhound and knows exactly when I've taken in any alcohol. But
The nose of a bloodhound. I don't know, man. That's kind of anti-Semitic.
But it's true.
It's a way to throw it. Oh,
Are you saying
my wife's just a Jew?
Is the ADL gonna come in and like try to ban this show, ban the stream?
I don't know, but you know what? You want to put your hats on for this one because you cannot spell Adolf without ADL.
Yeah, I believe it. 100%. Habibis, go ahead and hit that like and join and follow buttons and make sure you're subbed to the channel. We do this every Tuesday and Thursday nights, 10 p.m. East, 7 p.m. Pacific. Please catch us live if you're listening to this or watching this after. We have the non-pores chat happening in the locals right now. And it seems everybody decided to go watch the NFL because it's just me and Jay in there. So,
all right. Well, I mean, Carl, who's sometimes in the non-Porsche chat, he's actually non the wiser 85. Carl's from Ohio, and he's commenting on the Rumble chat. I'm just here to tell Jay to go fuck himself.
Project Axiom says, "So y'all ain't Muslim?" Oh no, I'm definitely Muslim.
Oh yeah, you're 100% a Muslim.
Essentially. Now you got to take a drink now, Jay.
Fuck.
Yeah, I'm 100% Muslim. You don't drink now because I just said it because I feel like there should be like a cool down period, you know?
Right, between each. And my name is actually Mujahid.
Yeah.
Which means warrior for Allah.
Yeah. So Jay was more or less raised Muslim, but he doesn't practice anymore. In fact, he probably identifies as trans atheist. So he is basically he's Muslim around his Bubba, and then everywhere else he's atheist.
Exactly right.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. I mean, the thing is like there's no reason for me not to be that way. He's old, and you know it's respectful, and it doesn't do I don't win any points to be like, God's not real.
I'm living my truth.
Yeah, right.
Nah, so yeah, we're definitely. I still practice. My wife is a Jew, as you probably already gathered, and so, Allah's
going to have words with him afterwards.
Yeah, we all know what's going to happen afterwards. Let's make no mistake. But yes, we actually have a nice show for you tonight because tonight, Jay, I regret to inform all of you that in light of the season that we're in, Monday will be the 22nd anniversary of the September 11th attacks. And I just have to say, people are coming out here and celebrating in some wild ways. Just take a look here at this plane.
There was an explosion that happened on that plane for sure.
There was an explosion for sure. Of course, everything you see in this video looks like it's intact, right? But pay attention, pay close attention. What does that look like?
It looks like a vest that went off.
Are you sure it's a vest?
Mm-hmm. It looks like a huge splatter of well, what's going to happen after I finish this cranberry and vodka?
That's basically your period blood all over there. No, this is the diarrhea plane. I gotta say, a year ago, this could have been this was almost me. Remember, Jay? Remember when I wound up in the hospital in Dallas, Texas?
Over eating some curry. That was insane.
It was arguably one of the more miserable flying experiences. Not only was I puking and shitting my guts out, which, by the way, I have to say, Jay, thankfully didn't have a single accident in my pants or shorts at the time.
Oh, alhamdulillah.
I know. Amazing. The worst part about it, I was in the middle seat for that fucking flight.
That's so good.
Oh, so I'm just sitting there, and they're just the poor souls who are sitting on my left and right are just watching me like take air sickness bag after air sickness bag and just heaving everything that's inside me.
Oh my God. And then the sweats and all that kind of stuff. Sitting next to that, I wouldn't be able to handle it. I would literally like blow my vest prematurely if that was happening right next to me. I mean, do you have the voiceover? I mean, not the voiceover, but the recording from the captain?
No.
You got to play it.
Find it.
Did you hear it? Have you heard it?
Let's go find it. While that's happening, Jay, other people are showing up in style and celebrating the upcoming holiday after a passenger yells Allahu Akbar and is tackled while trying to open the airplane door. Honestly, pretty Islamophobic that they would try to stop him from living his truth.
Right. It really is. I mean, he was just there. To be honest, what I like to do sometimes when I see white people a little bit too comfortable on airplanes, I like to throw out the Surah Baqarah and Allahu Akbars from time to time, just so they can stay on their toes. You know what? I mean, we say remember 9/11 for a reason. Let's not forget it.
That's right. We basically observe it to remember the 19 fallen soldiers on that day. Exactly.
That fateful
I think I
day.
found it, Jay. Are you ready?
Oh, yeah.
Are you ready to watch this?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, let's do this. So Delta, I'm hoping this is. No, that's not it. Fuck. All right, well, we're gonna keep looking for it.
Oh no, we should find it. It was really because, like, I was like, when you hear the recording, you're like, oh my God, I want to hear this. Like, I want to hear what's going on, what's happening, and I want to see what they mean by it's everywhere. Because they were flying. I think they were flying overseas, and they had to turn around because of the diarrhea going everywhere. And there's a TikTok going around that is claiming to be the wife and talking about her husband having that massive diarrhea accident. And I feel like that could have been him any day of the week.
I'm honestly, I'm terrified for the wife who has to deal with that. That is just like levels of shame that you can't live that down. I'm hoping this is the one. Let's just see if we can watch this is the Sky News Australia video.
Now, you thought Qantas was a load of crap. You ain't seen nothing yet, because I have a literal one here for you. Delta Airlines was flying between Atlanta and Barcelona when they had to do a bit of a U-turn and go back to Atlanta because, well, take a listen to this. This is the in-flight, the pilot talking to air traffic control.
It's just a biohazard issue. We've had a passenger who had diarrhea all the way through the airplane, so they want us to come back to Atlanta.
Diarrhea all the way. I'm not lying. Apparently, someone was walking down the aisle, had an attack. I don't know what happened. One of the passengers posted on social media, quote, "It was pretty bad. It was dribbled down the aisle. Smelt horrible. The vanilla scented disinfectant used on it only made it smell like vanilla crap." Oh my God. Please. Can you imagine a worse flight?
Tell me the mask dropped from the ceiling. Get some oxygen, please.
Alan Joyce, all is forgiven.
Come back.
Amazing, just amazing. Vanilla scented shit. That's something that I want to try, honestly, Jay.
Well, just get some poopery and just spray that next time you take a shit. Poopery. That is very unfortunate, especially for people who are about to get out there and go on have a week in Barcelona. That sucks. That sucks so bad. That instead of going on a week and you had a biohazard terrorist attack explode in your and you're playing.
You know what also sucks, Jay?
Obama.
Got that right. Barack Obama is now the center of a story in which Tucker Carlson has interviewed a gentleman by the name of Larry Sinclair, and Larry Sinclair alleged that he had homosexual sex, as if there's any other kind, with Obama. Crack cocaine fueled sex. And
yes.
we're not going to watch the whole interview. No, but we're going to watch what happened, what took place that night. So sit back, relax, and enjoy this gay extravaganza.
That was gay.
That was pretty gay.
That was pretty gay.
Might want to show me, Chicago, and he said he did. So
Well, who was the driver?
his name was Jameer Motani. It was with 5-star limo.
Wait,
So
hold
you're
up.
just a guy.
Wait a minute.
Are you saying one of our uncles picked him up?
Oh man, this is getting deeper than I thought it
And
would
juicy.
be. Holy
It's
shit!
super juicy.
Guy who's in town for the
In
night.
Chicago.
And it sounds like you're looking to party, actually. Yeah.
That's
That's what you're really saying.
Yeah. Well, I was in town for a few nights, but yeah, I was definitely.
Oh, a
looking.
gay crackhead wants to go and party?
And-
What? What? No way!
No, what?
Whoa.
What kind of world do we live in, Jay?
That a gay crackhead
This
wants to go have.
This
Go
ain't your
and
Bubba's.
have a
This ain't your
good time.
Bubba's America anymore.
Nope. No, I guess Jamil has saw a lot of shit being a cab driver in Chicago when there are gay crackheads out there looking to have a good time. Because if
Yeah,
there's
they
one
are.
thing we know about gay crackheads is that they're not whores and they don't go out and get buck wild.
Absolutely not whores. They are some of the most pious and gentle individuals you'd ever meet. And case in point, as we're about to see.
And-
Did you make that clear to the driver?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. There was no misunderstanding.
How
between-
direct were you?
Extremely.
Extremely.
Extreme.
There is no mistaking.
There was
staking it.
zero mistake.
That
told the
cab
driver-
knew I was gay.
That cab driver only suspected to think I was gay when I was deep throating him.
Right. That was aggressive. That was
And the driver just asked, why do these homosexuals keep sucking my dick?
Well, Jamil, this is not Saudi Arabia, sir.
This is Afghanistan.
Anyway,
Okay.
there was no doubt what I was looking for.
Okay.
Did it stop?
And he picked me up at my hotel in Gurney and drove into Chicago, pulled up in a bar outside, and there's this guy that's introduced to me as Barack Obama. It was literally that casual. That
Had you ever heard of him?
no.
Did the driver know him?
Yep. The driver definitely knew him because the driver said that he was a friend.
Interesting. How would the driver be friends with Barack Obama?
I only found out.
Because he's Muslim.
Duh, they go to the same mosque. Hello.
Hello.
They're part of the same rig over there that they wait for gay crackheads to come party in Chicago and then rob them for everything that they got. Obama. There's some deep stories about Obama.
There's some deep stories and balls deep, if you will.
Out later dealing with a reporter from Bloomberg News that apparently the limousine company had been doing business with Tony Resco
Oh.
that at the time was somehow affiliated
Was
with
an
Barack,
Wait, why is he wearing wristband?
that at the time.
I would
He
assume that
had an accident.
is he. Are you sure? Are you
had-
sure he? I want to see what's underneath that table. Is he also wearing knee pads?
He had an accident.
Had an accident. That looks like a shake weight accident, Jay. Keep doing that.
It's
Keep
exactly what it was. It was a shake weight accident.
God.
He twisted his wrists with shake weights.
He just worked them out so hard.
And was somehow affiliated
Was
with
in
Barack
Obama's
Obama.
orbit.
Yeah.
Yes. Interesting. So he knew Barack Obama, and in his view, Barack Obama liked the same kind of partying you were looking for.
Yep.
Okay. So sex and drugs and upwards.
The sex part I wasn't so sure about until, of course, you make your move, but it became obvious very quick. The coke part I thought was interesting because of the way that I had brought it up.
So I'm stepping on your story. So you pull up, and I apologize. So you pull up to this bar. The driver is basically scouting some dude for you to hang out with.
Hold on. How are we so sure that like Tucker? Like, I'm not saying that Tucker is gay, like he's married with 4 children or something like that, but like,
Oh yeah, because we've never heard the stories of some guy married with 4 children turning out to be gay before.
yeah, no, like obviously it's impossible for Tucker to be gay. He's had sex at least 4 times. Okay, Obama, you can only trace to being 2
Exactly.
that we know of. Yeah. Okay. So I'd say Tucker Carlson is at least twice as heterosexual as Barack Obama.
And
By
4 times
those
more
estimates.
than you. And 4 times more than you.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
But what's fucking insane is how he's not laughing his ass off like when he's doing this.
That he's doing it all with a straight face.
Right. Because look, Tucker, I have to give Tucker Carlson a little bit more respect than thinking that he is being absolutely 100% serious when he's doing this.
Oh no, this is like Jerry Springer Maury level types of shit right here. This isn't even like, look, you can make, I don't know who fleshed the story out, but maybe like you don't interview the first person who says they had gay sex with Obama, and that person also being a convicted felon for fraud, right? Isn't that what Larry Sinclair was somehow? That's like a big ding on the credibility of the story,
right? And I think wasn't the story out in 2008 or something?
I'm not sure. Maybe it was.
Maybe it was a little
2009. I don't know.
Something around there. But morbidly,
look, I'm not saying that like anybody who has that type of checkered past isn't capable of having gay sex with Barack Obama, but when you have those sort of allegations or even legal actions that are either pending or have happened in the past, it's very difficult to be taken seriously from there on out. So I'm just curious about the timing. Like, is this specifically done to say like hurt the Obama family to prevent, say, Michelle Obama running for president? Because that's been the rumor since like 2016 that they're trying to get her to run.
I don't think she's gonna. I don't think
she is either.
I'm hearing from. I don't think she's gonna run. But I think what he's doing is, doing what they did with Christina Belly Ford and the chick that
Ford.
Claimed whatever.
You just call her Christina Belly Ford?
the fucking liar, whatever her name is.
Yeah, no, 100%. Yeah.
And then then they jumped on this other one who claimed that Brett Kavanaugh was a train gang rapist and stuff, or even the huge liar on
Julie
Clarence
Swetnick.
Thomas. On Clarence Thomas, how they would use these accusations, weaponize these accusations of sexual harassment and rape and all that kind of stuff to try to damage the reputations of people, not giving a shit if they're true or not, and just wanting it to ruin their reputations. We've seen it with Clarence Thomas. We've seen it with Brett Kavanaugh. We see it happen over and over and over again with everybody.
So my question is, what is the play here? Because usually these stories come out as sort of a hit piece against the particular person with the strategic aim of getting them to throttle them from reaching or attaining their goals. So what's the play here? Why go after Barack? Why have this interview come out now about alleging that Barack Obama had crack cocaine fueled gay sex with Larry Sinclair? If there's no like goal, are they just doing it just for the fuck of it? I mean, it just what do you think, Jay? Because I'm still trying to rack my brain around that. I don't know what it is that they're trying to go after here.
Right. I just think they're just going after just the craziest stories that they think they're going to get the most, either the most pushback against, the most type of clicks on, and then they're just re-upping this story that all of the real crazies out there will love to see. I mean, because
Jay, this is what I think it might be. All right. You know how Elon Musk implemented this whole like creators getting paid for all the content that they post on X, aka Twitter?
Right.
Maybe it's not so much about the actual journalistic interest or the public interest in the story. Tucker Carlson is just milking the fuck out of this new monetization model on X because he knows he's playing the game perfectly. Like even people are like, "This is crazy. I'm gonna totally watch this shit."
Yes, I believe it too. I mean, there's a lot of people.
He's making a killing on this interview.
Well, it's kind of like what
I think he knows.
Tim Pool's trying to do with his stupid fucking posts on with the AI generated pictures of Trump and stuff, trying to generate kind of outrage.
Hey, I think the engagement bait. There's a lot of engagement bait, and I think a lot of us have recognized it, and we take it for what it is. I mean, you and not saying you, but you and I have gotten into like tiffs. Well, you most recently than me. You've gotten into tiffs with Matt Walsh, Just Pearly Things, and they're all tweeting. They're all outrage tweeting, and a lot of it is engagement farming because they know that the model for Twitter /X is all about. Doesn't matter if people love or hate your tweet. You're still making money based on people's eyeballs getting on it.
Right.
Which is honestly a pretty smart way to go about it. Unfortunately, Jay, you and I, we have never changed our tweeting habits, and I don't think we'd do that anytime soon, considering this is kind of how we got to where we are. Why would you change something that's working?
It's not working that great, but it's having a lot of fun. I think the fan.
Well, we're not selling our soul. We're not selling our souls for it.
Nope, we are doing it.
I mean, I just want Karine Jean-Pierre to respond to my most recent tweet about how much it would please me to be the man in her life after she and.
Well, I mean, it's not like she's going to anything different from going from one woman to another woman. Maybe she wants to go out and go for a man, so that's probably why she's going to like completely stiff you, because she's going to go and try and get with a real man.
Oh, she's going to stiff me, Jay. I'm joke's on you. I'm into getting pegged.
Oh, we know.
Anyways, back to this interview because we went way off topic here.
Correct. There's this guy, Barack Obama. Have you ever heard of Barack Obama?
Never. We're having drinks. I mentioned the fact that I could use something to wake up. I was extremely exhausted.
It's so funny. It's like back in the 90s, you've never heard of this guy named Obama, or like the 80s and stuff, like where he's just a college kid. You've never heard of Obama before? Not being from Chicago and not going to the
heard
school?
Of Barack Obama in 1999?
What?
You never heard of this?
How did you not know? How did you not know who?
You
Obama
never heard?
was?
You never heard of the 44th president of the United States, Barack Obama, in 1999? Who the fuck are you?
Exactly.
You live
How
under
the
a
fuck
fucking
did you
rock.
not know him?
Yes, sir.
What kind of bar was it?
I'm trying to remember. I've
It was a gay bar.
been trying to remember the name. I
It
know
was a
that the
straight
glasses had
sports bar.
It was the most heterosexual bar you could ever go into. Dudes
They had the
everywhere.
Patriot game on.
Yeah. Exactly. Patriots, Celtics, and Red Sox.
All at once.
Yep. You'd find me there hanging out with my bros,
Oh yeah. All three of them.
talking about bro shit.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
3 X's on them.
Uh-huh.
Because I remember taking one home.
Wait,
for
hold
them
on.
now.
I missed that part. There's a little bit of
Taking
a
what
continuity.
home? Yeah, no.
When
To
this
remember,
loads.
I've been trying to remember the name. I know that the glasses had 3 X's on them.
Uh-huh.
Because I remember taking one home for a friend of mine.
But I mean, generally characterize it. Was it?
It was
working class bar,
no,
gay
it was
bar,
upscale.
strip bar.
It was upscale, quiet. Wasn't really that that really didn't have a lot of energy to it. It was
Yeah.
more relaxed, more like a lounge as opposed to somewhere where people would go and get loud and crazy.
Yeah.
Which made it easier to talk. But like I said, when I brought up the fact that I could use something to wake up, he immediately knew what I was referring to. Had made
Calm, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
You want some white substance
Yeah, it's calm.
to drip down his throat? It's calm.
Yeah.
Calm.
It's full of protein, right? That's gotta wake you up.
made it clear that I was looking for Coke, and I really was.
Wait, you mean like a soda?
Yeah, like Diet Coke.
Yeah, Diet Coke. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Oh, of course.
He was just looking for a little bit of Coca-Cola. That has caffeine in it.
And
Mhm.
And
That will
cocaine.
wake you
had
up.
made the suggestion that
What's that?
That will wake you up.
Absolutely.
I mean,
he knew where
that's all you would think about being a virgin Muslim.
Yeah.
You wouldn't know the other Coke.
No.
You
No,
guys
the
would take
only-
Pepsi. You would take Pepsi.
Bebzi. But in Pakistan though, they have the P though. It's only in Lebanon or your part of
Egypt.
the Middle East. Misr, they call it Bebzi.
Pepsi.
Those Arabs.
I
Those acid tongue Arabs.
really was, and had made the suggestion that he knew where we could get it, and we left to go get it.
Interesting. Did he say what he did for a living?
Nope.
He didn't.
Interesting. The
Interesting.
college student didn't say what he did for a
Are
living.
you telling me that Barack Obama didn't tell you that he was the 44th president of the United States?
In 1999.
Curious.
Interesting.
Interesting.
I had no idea that he was a representative in the Illinois House. I had no idea he was in politics. I just knew that
So he wasn't in college in 99.
Mm-mm.
He was
Okay.
the 44th president of the United States.
That's where he was. Okay.
he was supposedly married and at the time was going through some issues with the marriage.
Wait, are you telling me that it was difficult to have kids because he
went
realized that
from
that
one
is-
dick to another dick.
Yeah.
That was the problem. So like Michelle's dick wasn't doing it for him anymore, so he had to go get another dick.
Obama's definitely a twink. Right?
He has the
Bottom.
build. I think he has the build for it for sure.
Yeah. I mean, I'm surprised he could. What if the diarrhea plane was all Obama? Like he just doesn't have any elasticity up there, nothing to keep it in, so it just comes right out.
I wonder how that would be though. If you're traveling with a butt plug, you're traveling with somebody who has a butt plug and you had Taco Bell and you're about to have diarrhea.
What do you do
I
about the
wonder
butt
how
plug?
that would I wonder how that would work out. Like that would be an interesting thing to go and
Maybe we should test that out.
That
Jay.
would be a story.
Maybe we should do an IRL stream of you flying with a butt plug after eating a Crunchwrap Supreme from Taco Bell.
Oh man, Crunchwrap
That
Supreme
is,
actually sounds so
and
fucking
then
good
and
right
then
now.
you know what? And that's how we get our interview with Tucker Carlson.
Yeah.
Be like, so you travel on a transatlantic flight after eating nothing but Taco Bell for 3 straight days, and then you went on with a butt plug. Tell us about that. And then he'd just be looking at you with the, that Tucker Carlson stare, like
he just smelled a fart. Like that's exactly what he looks like every fucking time. He looks like he smelled a fart
every time.
Go ahead.
Every time.
Watch it.
He
Watch
said
it.
that?
We're gonna see it
That
right now.
was made clear. Yeah.
Did he say what kind of issues?
No.
Do you remember? No. So you said, I'm looking
a
for
really
something to
bad
wake
fart.
up. He knows you're referring to cocaine. I know where to get it. What happens next?
We get back in the limo. The driver takes us wherever it is that Barack had instructed him to take us. I had given Barack $250 to pay for coke. He gets out, comes back. I start putting a line on a CD tray to snort.
And you're in the limo.
Yep.
Driving or parked?
No, the driver's driving.
Yep.
I start to put a line on a CD tray, and I just happen to notice that he pulls something else out of his pocket. And next thing I know, he's got a little pipe and he's smoking. So I don't have an issue with it. I mean, some people smoke, some people snort.
Smoking the cocaine.
Yes. So as I'm doing a line,
That's sus, right, Jay? That's
Yeah,
like
this
the,
is
that's like
this
the
is
biggest.
where I'm getting it sus.
That's
Yeah,
like
this
the
is
biggest
where-
hole in the story because nobody smokes cocaine.
No, unless you're getting crack. And
Yeah,
like crack
unless it's
cocaine
crack
and
cocaine.
like crack.
And it's not like he's freebasing cocaine in the fucking limo. Like he has to get to
and
a stove,
250
get some
bucks.
Pyrex, get some baking
You're-
soda,
You're
all that
not
shit.
getting, you're not getting crack cocaine for 250 bucks. You're getting high class, good ass fucking coke. Clean,
Yeah.
nice and white. Let me show you. I got
I trust you, Jay. I trust you on this.
Mm.
Fucking infidel.
I just start. This is the part where you
My name goes here on Rumble says Richard Pryor would disagree with you. I guess that's true. And he loved to tell about it, at least for a time.
Blockness, you motherfuckers know absolutely nothing.
This is true. 100% true, essentially.
100%. He's probably going to go on and
Welcome
rant about
to this.
what you could actually buy for $250. Tell us what we don't know, Glockness.
Yeah, did you just call him Blackness?
Glockness, you racist.
I heard Blackness. That's pretty racist of you, Jay.
you kind of make your move to see where things are going. So I just started rubbing my hand along his thigh to see where it was going, and it went the direction I had intended it to go. So the night became somewhat active sexually and drug-wise in the limo.
In the limo with the Muslim driver bearing witness to this shit. That is the most Islamophobic thing I've ever heard.
Right. This is.
I am amazed. I don't think this man is a true Muslim because he would have thrown both of them off a roof and we would never have a 44th president, Barack Obama.
Exactly right. I want to go find this cab driver, honestly. I mean, you want to get a corroborator for this story. Let's go find this cab driver.
This cab driver just knows where Barack lives every time. He's like, I'm looking to party. Don't worry, I know a guy. And he just drive, like, even if you're in Chicago, he'll drive you all the way to fucking like Washington, D.C. Be like, here we are. And it's at the steps of Barack Obama's house. Like, look, I was just saying, I just landed here from DC. Why am I back in DC? You said you just wanted to have wanted to party. You're looking for a good time. This is the only place I know where to go.
No, can you imagine? Like every Friday prayer, there is Muhammad and Abu Ahmed that are sitting side to side of this guy praying Friday prayer, not knowing that this guy has seen Barack Obama's dick get sucked by a crackhead.
It's like the only this dude has seen Barack Obama's dick more than he's seen his own. What a time to be alive. Anyways, Jay. So I don't know if there. I feel like that would reach the time 8:48. Yeah, we reached it. We reached the timestamp. Thank you for that. We did it, Joe. Yeah, no, I don't understand. Did he try to come out with this? We already unpacked that. Let's fucking move on.
No, he did. He tried to come out with this, and not only and Hillary and McCain both ran with this type of story.
Did they really?
He had a whole press conference and stuff too. This Larry Sinclair guy.
Really?
Yeah. You can even find the old one too if you go and Google it. And the insane thing about this is just what I think that Tucker, look, I don't want to give Tucker too much credit, and I don't want to say that Tucker is and I don't want to say that Tucker's so retarded that he did this just for clicks and bait. But what I think he also did it for was to show the absurdity of what they did with Brett Kavanaugh and what they did with all of the other ones with Trump. And trying to give any kind of weight to a lot of these type of stories, and Larry Sinclair to me is on the same standard of Christina Chrissy or Christine, whatever her name is, that they actually put her face on the New York Times. I mean, not on the New York Times, but on Time Magazine as Person of the Year. As if what she came out with was so groundbreaking and everything that couldn't be corroborated.
Who is
this? Basically Ford or whatever her name is.
Oh, Christine Blasey Ford, yeah.
And yeah.
Well, this is. I just want to point this out. This is from 11 years ago. Okay. Newsweek: Obama first gay president.
New this morning, another magazine cover causing some controversy.
This one is about President Obama after he announced his public support for same-sex marriage last week. Here's the picture on the cover of Newsweek this week.
Newsweek is turning out to be like The Simpsons in predicting this shit.
Right?
Let's keep watching.
Eyewitness News reporter Nicole Estefan joins us live in the newsroom now with more on the controversy.
Good morning. Newsweek's latest cover set to hit stands in about a week, and no doubt it will spawn some conversation here. Declares Barack Obama as, quote, the first gay president. Obama's face is pictured looking skyward, complete with a rainbow halo. The accompanying article analyzes the president's backing of gay marriage. Now, Obama said Wednesday he supports gay marriage, reversing his position on a controversial social issue just 6 months before the November election. The president says after years of conversation, he now believes that gays and lesbians have the right to marry. Meanwhile, the presumptive Republican presidential nominee, Mitt Romney, reiterated this weekend that he believes marriage is between a man and a woman. At least one area politician.
No, that's what they meant by first gay president, was how he was.
No, but I think Newsweek called him the first gay president, and they knew the entire time.
Oh, about Larry Sinclair.
They just knew it. Yeah, they just happened to be like, oh, wait, why are you? Yeah, Obama's the first gay president because he supports gay marriage. Wait, Barack Obama supports gay marriage? That's how the conversations go.
That's how it was. No, I love that meme too. That meme was so good. That was there's an artist, Stone something, on Twitter. Stone Toss. His work is absolutely fucking hysterical. I can't help but laugh at his shit all the fucking time. And, it's borderline. Some of his stuff is borderline, but
like autistic.
No, well, he could be. I mean, a lot of people who are in the arts like this are artistics and stuff. But this is when ADL was in the news and stuff. So he drew this where it's like, you're hiding Twitter accounts in the attic, aren't you? Kind of play on the ADL using being.
Is it just single?
Nazi.
Is it just single image?
Yeah, it's a single image.
But there's one where it's like. Okay.
This one is like, and of course, our party's most important principle is free speech, because they call not like everyone on the right's Nazis, and if you support free speech, you're a Nazi in terms of like,
right.
The different kind of speech. This one right here is pretty much my favorite one.
That's a good one.
It's a good one. Yeah. Like he hits the nail on the head on a lot of these that he writes.
Hard time with this one.
So this one is, didn't he know he was a target for assassination? Talking about the Russian guy.
Yeah,
yes.
The Russian guy.
He's taking a shit here because he's practically saying like Trump should have known he was a target for assassination too. So he's like, you get what I'm saying? The irony here. Trump saying like he should have known he was a target for assassination.
Has there been maybe I missed the story. Was there like a legitimate plot to assassinate Trump?
They're trying to throw him in jail. So they're
but that's throwing him in jail. Oh, okay, fine. Look. Oh no. She blocked him.
Oh no, she deleted the tweet. But yeah, she blocked him.
Okay. Well, Jay, we have another deleted tweet that we got to get to.
Yes.
And it comes from your boy, courtesy of John Hassan. He gets this screen grab of Philip Bump, Washington Post columnist, entering Jen Rubin levels of territory here. Philip Bump tweets out, 14 presidents indirectly called out Trump's threat to democracy today. 13 former presidents signed a letter. The current one released an ad. I'm just curious, like, in what universe is Philip Bump living in? I don't know. I don't know.
Dead presidents are alive and signing documents and stuff. I have no idea. And this is coming off of the heels of his famous. I don't know. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. I don't know what 14 presidents indirectly calling out Trump means. I have no idea. I don't know what threat to democracy is. Do you want me to leave? I can leave right now. I'll leave right now. I'll leave. Thank you for having me on.
That's John Hassan. You should go follow. I think, where is he at though? Free Beacon? No, he's at Town Hall. He's a good Habibi. What else we got, Jay? Did you hear now that Jimmy Fallon's about to be canceled?
Inshallah, he will be. But it's really funny that we bullied Philip Bump into turning off his replies, and then also for him deleting the tweet as well, especially after that podcast interview that he had. It's fucking amazing to watch, because you can see his reporting on the Russia collusion and the way that he reported on it, and how he, like, circumstantial evidence would be like, oh, this just means Trump is guilty. And then, we have this text saying I have to give half my salary to my dad.
Half of my income to my dad.
What do you think that means? And then he goes, I don't know what that means. That's circumstantial evidence. And I know you like circumstantial evidence. And it's like, your Washington Post won a Pulitzer on circumstantial garbage fucking evidence of Russia collusion. They won a Pulitzer on garbage, circumstantial, he said, she said shit.
Yeah.
And he had the audacity to say that to him and be like, oh, you just want circumstantial evidence. I'll go ahead and leave.
Bro, they gave, I know it means really nothing now, but they also gave a Pulitzer to Nicole Hannah-Jones for the 1619 Project back in 2020.
Yeah.
It's insane.
It's fucking, it means nothing, but especially coming from his mouth and his rag, how they pretending that they were going to be the people that were going to hold the powerful accountable. Even the dickface Glenn, the fact checker dickface Glenn. So
wait, I thought that was dickface Dale.
They're both dick faces. Any fact checker is a dick face.
Got it.
So dickface Glenn in Washington Post, he had a recent fact check about the pseudo-named emails.
The pseudonyms? Yeah, the pseudonym emails from Joe Biden.
From Biden trying to say that these were, the claim that these were codes is bullshit. And he doesn't go into why they're bullshit. He doesn't go into the White House refusing to release the emails. He doesn't go into any of that kind of stuff whatsoever. But you would have them come out with a lie counter when Trump mistakenly said a BlackBerry was an iPhone. They would count that as a lie and click the lie counter.
Yeah, they really do go for like the lowest hanging fruit. Like, even if they're not like technically or semantically correct, like the overarching story is, it's just like, Barack Obama, that the Larry Sinclair's story isn't accurate because they were doing heroin, not crack cocaine.
Right. That's how they would do it. That's
yeah, but what about the gay sex? No, it doesn't matter. I can see it. Yeah, that's totally how they would do it. 100%.
Right. It's just disgusting. It's very, very sick that, and it's so brazen. It's so brazen. How disingenuous they are, and how they have zero integrity when it comes to it. Like if you're going the standard of your reporting and your outrage and all that kind of stuff, it was set at a new bar when Trump was president. You can't just lower that now. You just can't be like, oh, whatever. You can't just be like, oh, here's evidence that he's like robbing fucking money or taking money from foreign actors for favors. You can't just be like, oh, that's fine. That whatever. It means nothing.
Well,
that's
journalists.
I don't know what that is.
No, I'd say like, and maybe I just wasn't paying attention because I'm me. And it's become customary for me to tune out in pretty much every single episode. But wouldn't it be that the journalists lowered the bar during Trump and now they're trying to raise it again, but they already lowered it so far as basically past the point of no return?
Well, yeah, you can say it in both ways. That they
okay,
lowered
so,
their
but that's exactly what you.
Yes.
That was what you're the spirit of it.
I was saying.
See, a fact checker would say, no. See, you're wrong because actually the journalist would be lowering the bar, not raising it.
Right, but the way I'm saying is their reaction to the stories, like them saying that they wanted to go and get the answers. Like for instance, you have New York now saying that we have to return the illegal aliens away from New York.
I'm so glad you brought that up.
Where's Jim Acosta? Jim Acosta was at the border, whining like a bitch, yelling, "What about the poem, sir? What about the poem?" And he hasn't talked about immigration once. Not once has he brought up anything about immigration.
That's from Bill Milligan. Tweeting out, new LA Times hail Aziz with a scoop reporting that the Biden administration is considering forcing some migrant families who cross the border illegally to remain in Texas, limiting their ability to travel within the U.S. as bipartisan criticism grows. Now, this little nugget here is that, well, everyone in New York City is fucking pissed off, rightfully so, because if you look here at this this particular mayoral town hall where Eric Adams is basically getting rammed in the ass.
SDS Commissioner Kevin Kim, Parks Commissioner Sue Donahue, Mayor's Office of Immigrant Affairs Commissioner Manuel Castro, Department of...
That's 38 fucking people on the dais. Look at that. Look at that shit. That shouldn't be real. That shouldn't exist.
What do they even do?
So I don't actually now. Ben, our producer, yeah, Spencer has the night off. Fucking piece of shit. That the Jews got so lazy that they decided to send us a disabled producer this time instead of the Jewish one. I would have preferred the Jewish one, unless Ben converts to Judaism. Then we're good. Okay, so Eric Adams is now trying to play what? Is he trying to play the victim now?
Yes.
Because it sounds like he's trying to play the victim. He's basically pulling a Siraj. Right?
Right.
I think there was a clip somewhere around here about Eric Adams getting up in front of all these people and basically saying, you can't keep sending more migrants to us. It is literally killing the city.
Yeah.
Right? Oh, here we go.
Like,
I got it.
I don't see an ending to this. This issue will destroy New York.
All right, so let's watch this clip because I haven't seen it.
No support. And let me tell you something, New Yorkers. Never in my life have I had a problem that I did not see an ending to. I don't see an ending to this. I don't see an ending to this. This issue will destroy New York City. Destroy New York City. We're getting 10,000 migrants a month.
Nazi. Right?
Absolutely.
This is Nazi talk.
It's xenophobic and it's
xenophobia
disgusting.
at its
Does
finest.
Does he not know the poem?
Has he not read the Statue of Liberty? It's in fucking New York.
It's
Shameful.
Right there in New York. And it goes. What does it say?
What? Poem?
Yeah, it's Emma Lazarus, right? Is that the poem? Not like the brazen giant of Greek of Greek.
Is
fame.
it give me you're tired, you're poor, you're sick? That one?
Yeah.
Do you want to read it out? Do you have it in front of you, or are you just looking at hentai again?
No, I have it's right here in front of me. Hold on.
Oh, you're looking at the Statue of Liberty hentai
right
porn.
So it's the one where the octopus tentacles get her.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
They don't use, she doesn't use the crown to like.
But somebody needs to remind this mayor. Somebody like Jim Acosta needs to remind this mayor that like not like the brazen giant of Greek fame, with conquering limbs astride from land to land. Here at our sea-washed sunset gate shall stand a mighty woman with a torch whose flame is imprisoned lightning, and her name mother of exiles. From her bacon hand glows worldwide welcome, her mild eyes command. The air brigade harbor that twin cities frame. Oh, can we still say twin cities, like twin towers? Or what do they mean by twin cities?
Minneapolis, St. Paul.
Keep ancient lands.
So really, this is actually
proof.
Only directed to Somali immigrants.
Christ, with silent lips, give me your tired, your poor, your huddled masses yearning to breathe free.
Beautiful. All right, now let's watch Eric Adams.
So sad.
Continue. Let's watch Eric Adams' xenophobic drivel here.
One time we were just getting Venezuela. Now we're getting Ecuador. Now we're getting Russian speaking coming through Mexico. Now we're getting
now we're getting these Ecuadorians, this Russians, these people who don't speak English, and it's so funny. He's whining about 10,000 a month. What do they not know how big the border towns are in Texas?
It's just so funny because they, all politics is local, right?
Yeah.
And so they never had to deal with this shit in droves. And so anytime, say a border town would be like, we can't continue to operate our country like this. The border is too porous. Crime is skyrocketing. We don't have the resources to take care of all these people. And the coastal elites just, blow them off and say, you bunch of fucking xenophobic rednecks, like, go fuck yourselves. Like, basically saying, like, your problems don't matter. Like, let these people in, let them all in. And they don't actually understand. Like, this is like the best in terms of like busing immigrants to all these sanctuary cities. And I'd say in like the last 20 years, this might be the best play that any Republican has made. In terms of in terms of leveling the playing field, because now everyone in these cities is actually seeing what it's like to be in a border town or border state. And it's just like they're getting a taste of their own medicine.
Right.
And
I mean, and they.
I'm just and we're just laughing our asses off here.
Right. And they thought calling themselves a sanctuary city, being 2,000 miles away from the border, was going to protect them. That they could virtual signal away from all of the problems to pretend like I'm the good guy, and you in a poor town that's on the border is a bad guy for saying that they're raping and assaulting people for just walking down the street. Like, my family's in danger, and they will call you a xenophobe while they sit up over in their coastal city thinking nothing's going to happen to them. This was the smartest play for them to just start.
Honestly, it's probably one of the smartest plays that Republicans.
Busting them. Oh, absolutely. Because it also goes, why it's a smart play? You know why it's a smart play?
Let's hear it.
Because instead of them just saying like, this is not fair, they're actually fucking doing something. Instead of them saying like, oh, imagine this was reversed. Yeah. Look at what's happening now that it is reversed. Yes.
Now it's literally reversed.
Start making a lot of shit reverse now. Like, start doing all of that type of shit to make these things reverse. Do it.
Like, it's only a matter of time before like all the libs who have been allowing their kids to, go to these public schools, and they were getting all these lessons from their teachers, and they're unencumbered, and all of a sudden, after all these years of being indoctrinated, their child comes home and says that they're no longer the sex that they were born at birth. And I can just imagine the fucking look on these parents' faces, just being like, what the fuck have I done?
Right.
Like, everybody is okay with this shit until it happens in your home, in your neighborhood.
Yeah.
It's insane. Like, people really just need to pull their heads out of their asses. And I don't know if I said this in the last episode, Jay, if I said this to you before, but like, every single problem or a good chunk of problems that happen in the world largely happen because people are too selfish to do anything about it. They just care about what's in it for me.
Right.
And so when it starts happening to them, then they'll be like, oh shit, this has been happening. If this is happening to me, who the fuck else is this happening to? Then they start being like, oh, now I'm Mr. or Mrs. Selfless, and I want to help people. And it's all fucking bullshit. It
always has been. They've always been bullshit.
Eric Adams, let's listen to your xenophobic drivel. I don't know if we're gonna make it through this entire clip, but let's just fucking watch it anyways.
People from all over the globe have made their minds up that they're going to come through the southern part of the border and come into New York City. And everyone is saying it's New York City's problem. Every community in this city is going to be impacted. We had a $12 billion deficit that we're going to have to cut. Every service in this city is going to be impacted.
Good. Cut them all. It doesn't fuck, That's what you fucking get.
Right. It's like all I'm hearing.
You voted for this
people,
shit. You literally voted for this
That's
shit.
all I'm hearing. All I'm hearing is like the consequences of my voting patterns are right here in our faces right now. They're right here.
It's just, Jay, it's that one tweet. Well, if it isn't the consequences of my own actions.
Right. Me selling. Me ripping. Wait, what the fuck?
This sucks. What the
fuck? And so I say to you, as I turn it over to you, this is some of the most educated, some of the most knowledgeable, probably more of my commissioners and deputy commissioners and chiefs.
All right, that's that. We don't need to listen to the rest of this. He's just hyping up the 38-person dais that no one gives a shit about. So Jay,
38 xenophobes.
All these xenophobes. What other stories did we want to cover before we close out here? Or do you have Cuck Simulator teed up? So I feel like we gotta end the week on a high note. Do you have it? We can while you're teeing that up, I'll queue up one more story. And in the same token as the individual that you just saw, what's his name? Eric Adams. That shit is running rampant in other cities as well. Take, for example, Minneapolis, St. Paul, where this DFL second vice chairwoman, Shivanthi Sathanandan, was violently attacked and carjacked in front of her children in her driveway of her Minneapolis, St. Paul home in broad daylight. She says she suffered a broken leg, deep lacerations on her head, and cuts and bruises all over her body. I don't know who the perpetrator is. We don't know if they're just, some local or an undocumented immigrant. It's no really way of knowing. But this has basically been Democratic policy or Democrat policy. I'm sorry, I use the term Democratic. They're obviously very far from being democratic.
Right.
This is Democrat policy. This is basically them going light on crime. And in the same, we just fucking said it, Jay. Nobody gives a shit about this stuff until it starts happening in their neck of the woods. And that is
right.
I can guarantee that the second vice chairwoman, Sathanandan, I'm surprised I even pronounced it at all.
Baby.
We can say these things, because obviously she's Indian and I'm Pakistani, and we have to make fun of each other. Well, I'm American, but Pakistani descent. We're American, Jay. Okay,
we are American.
Actually, it's funny, Jay. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know if you've ever had this happen to you. You obviously tell a lot of people that your name is Jay, but there was a time where you only introduce yourself as Mujahid. Has anyone ever asked you, "Oh, Mujahid, what kind of name is that?" And where is that from? Like, have you gotten those questions?
Of course, yeah, all the time.
Yeah. So the most recent instance, and I played this shit so cool. Someone asked me this. They're like, "Siraj, what kind of name is that?" I'm like, "American," and they're just like, they're speechless, and I was like, because some people get really triggered by you're not from around here, what kind of
right,
name is that?
Like where are you originally from and stuff. It's like,
yeah, so I just hit them with it's American. So that's usually
that's so good.
Because why should I be upset about the other person not knowing where the name is from? Who gives a shit?
Right. You should just be like, "Oh, is this your first time meeting somebody from Cincinnati?"
Jay, I'm not Carl, okay? I'm not from Ohio.
Oh yeah, Cincinnati's in Ohio, right? It's another Cincinnati, Cleveland.
Yeah.
I know. He's from Ohio.
Okay, so what are we looking for in terms of do you have it? Do you have the Cuck Simulator ready? I need to see
it's actually updating, and luckily it's updating because it's such a poorly developed game that every time I also play it on here, it lags everything badly.
Oh, then maybe we shouldn't. Maybe we shouldn't play it.
Right. I'm just waiting for it to update, but
Let's
we can
just
do it
talk
another
about. So KJP, Karine Jean-Pierre, she announced her split with her longtime CNN anchor partner. Now, I of course tried to shoot my shot, and everyone is rewarding me in the replies by saying, "Siraj, what the fuck is wrong with you?" But
time.
Fuzzy has been messaging me nonstop about Travis Kelce with like "fuck you, Siraj," because
Oh yeah, because he took
Fuzzy drafted Travis Kelce with his first round pick, and
Right.
of course he's injured in the season opener. And actually,
No,
it's
let's
actually a tight
see.
game between the Lions and the Chiefs at the moment. It's like, oh yeah,
Oh yeah, what's
oh
happening here?
yeah.
Oh, what's happening?
Well, you're
Carl.
projected to beat them out by what? You got a
Like 10
61% chance to win.
Yeah, it's just by like 11 points. We still got like a lot of game to play. Like I don't want to say anything, but Carl from Ohio. Oh man,
Ugh.
is this going to be 5-0? What do you think? If you saw this and this was your game, what would you say?
Jay, I never make a okay, so this is how I play fantasy football, okay? I never look heavily into it after a Thursday night game, okay?
Okay.
I only start looking into it after the early afternoon games on Sunday.
Got it. So like after a couple of games on Sunday,
I get a better sense of like where I'm heading after the first slate of games, because that's when the majority of games are being played.
Right. I thought there was more than just one game being played on Sunday.
There
I
are.
mean, on Thursday. Sorry.
On Thursday.
More than one game.
Oh well, on the like the first week, you'll actually get like 2 games on a Monday night. They started doing these double headers, which honestly, I kind of like. I wish they would do more Monday double headers. I actually wish they would play a game every day of the week. I'm kind of tired of like going on for a few days of not having any games. At least college football is on Saturday, and I'm actually now getting into it, which is pretty cool. You know what? Have you ever watched? Did you watch like last weekend's games?
No, the only time I ever watched college football was when I was in OSU.
Did you ever? Were you an OSU fan?
I went to a couple of games.
Oklahoma State.
Yeah, I went to a few games.
If anyone thinks you're talking about the original OSU, Oklahoma State, not Ohio State.
Yeah, not Ohio is not even real. Fuck Ohio.
It's not a real state.
No.
So
I'm talking about the what's it called? Something Pete, Cowboy Pete. Isn't that what his name was? Is OSU?
Pedo Pete.
Pedo Pete. Pedo Pete. Which is really fucking hilarious because one of the pseudonyms is something Pete. Peter something. Pete? No, it's Peter something. But there's a text message out there. You should ask fucking Phil Bump about the Pedo Pete fucking text message. I don't know what that means.
I don't know.
This is such a piece of shit.
We live in a real clown world.
Yes, we do.
Do we? I think we kind of fucked up this week because, or at least for this show, because we forgot to ask the Habibis in the Discord chat to send us videos to react to.
Well, to be fair to them, usually on Thursdays we do the list stream, so we're going to change this up a little bit. Everybody watching and expecting a list stream. We usually do list streams on Thursdays and HBH on Tuesdays. Right. So we're going to switch it up a little bit and do HBH Tuesdays and Thursdays. To accumulate more like lists and do a big list show at the end of every month. So we can go through all the nominations and we can go through also the top 10.
Yeah, I think at this point, the way that X is heading, it actually makes more sense to just do a monthly list as opposed to a bi-weekly or semi-monthly list. It's just so wild how like times have changed, and people, I think, by and large, have stopped posting on social media because they realize that they're all going insane. But also there are more platforms. There's Mastodon, Blue Sky, True Social, you know, a bunch of other social media platforms that are trying to be basically Twitter alt or alt Twitter. And they just don't hit as hard. So it's difficult to keep track of all those posts, all those shitty posts. So we just keep it locked on. What happened? What'd you read?
Shit. No, the what's it called? The Lions beat Kansas City by 1 point. It just ended.
No fucking way. Are you serious?
Yes, 21-20.
Amazing.
And it's good for me because I think I had two field goals and two kicks with.
That's so fucking awesome.
That's
I love
good.
This.
Oh, fuck, that's so good.
That's
by
so
one. By one.
And on the night when Kansas City unveils like their Super Bowl banner and Mahomes has a mediocre game, now we got to go check my fantasy scores right now.
Oh, see where you're at.
Because I am up against a guy who I'm up against. Who am I up against?
Yeah, you had John. Who had, Patrick Mahomes.
JT Heavey. Let me. Let's see.
You're projected to win now.
Yeah, 52. Yeah, look, he only got
Patrick
amazing,
Mahomes only did
amazing. Mahomes fucking collapsing right in front of us. It's just beautiful. And yes, my name of my team is the Islamic State University. Get used to it.
I love it. I love the name of your team.
Yours is, I love your logo. The logo of yours is incredible. Let's go to all the matchups here. Oh wait, hold on. Where the other?
Right here, yeah.
Yeah, there we go. You can't get much better than Osama bin Laden in a football helmet.
And what's really funny is I did Osama bin Laden, and they took it down. They wouldn't let me post it. I couldn't have it. So then I put the football mask on. It's okay.
It's so good. It's so good. It's so good.
Oh man, that was so good. Oh man.
I actually so I managed on my team at least to get to the what is it called? Oh, I zoomed in so far that you can't see
anything.
I actually kind of dig the logo too because someone made the ISU Cyclones logo and just put
your face on top of it.
My face on it. And it has like the Islamic seal right there.
Man, it fucking
it bangs. It owns so hard.
It's so hard. Good. It's so fucking good.
So
oh my god, it's so good.
So to all the babies who joined us, thank you so much for tuning in. We have literally like only Ocean Breeze on Locals Chat just saying the word beards. It's fucking dead out here. It's probably because everybody's watching football, rightfully so, because it was our, that you can just pin that on us. People were like, I'll watch the show later. Football's on tonight. I get it. It's not a big deal.
Yes.
We just do this because we like to stay consistent. We know not everybody is watching football. Or if you're watching football, you have it on the background and you have it on your phone, like you're actively watching. We appreciate you tuning in. So, and Master Thief jumps in here in the Locals chat and the non-ports chat saying beards are good. Beards are good, both on your face and on your arm.
Yep.
Master Thief says Siraj has a good one, even has a name. All right, Habibis. Thank you to Ben, our producer, and Let's Turn for manning the boards and not doing any fucking thing tonight. Really
thank you, Ben.
It. Yeah, he probably just was taking timestamps so he could cut up clips. So
yeah,
I really need
he really takes it seriously compared to like other people out there. He the person we won't name, Spencer, but like he really takes it seriously. It's great.
Yeah. So we'll be back on Tuesday with an all new Habibi Power Hour. We wish you all a very good rest of your night. Have a great weekend and happy 9/11. Make a wish, right, Jay?
Bismillah.
So, Bismillah. So for the Habibi Bros, I'm Siraj Hashmi.
I'm Jay Kobbe.
And we'll see you next time. Make sure you hit that like, follow, and join buttons. We'll see you next time. Peace it.